Yo, guys, welcome to another edition of the Double Thought Show. Before we proceed, remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. It helps grow the channel. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Don't forget as well to comment. Let us know what you think of the topics we discuss here on the show. And of course, share the video with your friends, your family, and distract your enemies with our videos. With that being said, we can jump. Oh, and before I forget, subscribe as well to the Clips channel, the Double Thoughts Clips. That's our Clips channel. We're not gonna drop clips on this channel anymore. Only long format shows and real shorts. This is YouTube, so it's called Shorts. And we also have the sports platform because we're now doing trending topics separately from sports. So if you want to follow our sports topics, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the X Game Plan channel. You write it X and then Game Plan. All our channels can be found on the channels tab on YouTube. So with that being said, without further ado, let's start the show.
Go.
KR, KR, KR. I, as a lawyer, I oftentimes have to, or I used to do a lot of divorce cases in the past, not anymore.
Mm.
Because well, it just has to do with pivoting. I'm just doing different types of cases, more contract law, construction, and things of that nature. So, but one thing that doing divorce cases did for me in the past was it
Mm.
caused me to lose all faith in love. Love, KR, was something that as a kid, you watch a lot of movies, you read a lot of books, and it's all
Exactly.
you think that if you do the right thing, no curse words in the first 3 minutes, KR. You said Disney. So in the
I know what
first
you said.
as a small boy, you read a lot of books, you listen to video clips, and what you take away is that the good guy always gets the girl. Well, in the video clips that I was
Mm.
watching, it was the goons that got the girls, but that's
Well,
that's
you were looking at the wrong one, my man.
yeah. So, but the thing is this,
Watch Superman. You know who gets the girls,
yeah. So yeah, Superman gets the girl, not Clark,
not Clark, not the good guy.
not the good guy. But I'm just saying that's what I always thought.
Hmm.
In any case,
What does this have to do with this topic? Build it up.
as I switched from doing more, let's say, move from family law to more corporate law, more at least more contractual law, contract law,
Mhm.
civil law. That's what we call it. I wasn't confronted as much with the dark side of relationships, as much, because at
Mm.
first that was my job. I was
Yeah.
doing more things, so I was gradually. I wouldn't say that the love, my faith in love, re-emerged, because that didn't happen for sure. But what did happen is that I was more hopeful.
Mm.
So when I hear news like the topic we're going to discuss first, which is Joe Smith's wife opening an OnlyFans page without telling him for a year. And when he went and told her, "You did this behind my back," she reacted by saying, "You know who I was when you married me."
And he knew. And he knew.
I mean, does it make me lose faith in love? No, it
I think
doesn't.
this is an actual love story, but okay, continue.
It's a love story.
I do think it's a love story. You gotta be surprised for what I'm gonna say, but continue.
But what I think is I mean, it's like I can imagine because the wife was an adult star, right?
Before, yes, she used
Before.
to be.
Well, now again, allegedly. At
If you,
least,
will you actually ever stop being an adult star? In actuality, you never, right? Even if you retire, your videos are out there, so you'll always.
that's true. But then you're a retired adult star.
But you never retire because your video is still circulating. And you're making money off of it.
No, you retire because you're not doing the. No, you're not doing the job anymore. You're retired.
But you're
So
still.
the videos are there, but you are retired. You're not working.
So if you're an investor and you're still making money off of your investment after you, let's say I'm not investing anymore, are you still an investor? Or are you?
Yeah. Well, she's an investor, not an employee. So she retired, but she's still an investor. An investor and an employee are two different things.
Okay, let's continue. Not
You,
gonna. This is, but not gonna. This is not a topic, so I'm not gonna battle you over.
I would say the same thing if I were you.
Yeah.
So
No. I can go, but let's continue
let's
because
continue.
I'm gonna make my point that this is a love story. But
Okay. But the thing is that you can, and we talked about another dude, a young dude that needs to watch this story closely, Zion Williamson. We talked about him on the Double Thought show. So this channel
in the past, yeah,
a couple of shows back. But he also married. Well, he got a baby with an adult star. And what the lady said, the adult star in so the wife, still a wife, I think she's not an ex-wife yet. But what she said to Joe Smith when he confronted her, saying, "You open it behind my back," she said, "You need to hear. You don't listen. You don't listen. I told you, but you don't listen. You always say you're gonna take care, but you don't take care." I was like, when the way she formulated the sentence at first, I was like, Joe's not listening. She wants more attention, more quality time. But no, she wanted more money, and because Joe could not continue to provide her with money, the question is whether she caused him to lose the money at first. But we'll talk about it later. She was like, "Well, if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. If you're not gonna take care of me, I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm gonna come out of retirement, no pun intended." It's a cold world, KR. Because
well,
yeah,
okay.
I just say it's a cold world.
Because say your because. I'm gonna let you finish before I start cooking.
Because dude helped her, gave her a better life. Let me put it like this. But as they say, you can take someone.
You're assuming stuff right here. As a
Okay,
lawyer, you're really assuming stuff right here.
okay, my bad. Proceed. Okay, what's your point before so we
So
can?
my point is this: I think Joe is the prototypical NBA player. Let's start with that. What do NBA players do in the retirement? 5 years after retirement.
They go broke.
Okay, Joe is done. Has been done for a while. No. You're laughing. He has been done for a while. They met. I think they are 13 years together now. So he retired somewhere in the beginning of the 2000s, I think. So he met her after he retired. The man probably blew his money within 5 years after retiring. So he's been struggling. He's been talking about depression, about him not knowing what to do after. So he retired without a plan. She saw something in him. Maybe she didn't know. Maybe she knew who he was. Maybe she didn't know, but who cares? He doesn't have his financials together. Apparently, she's been running businesses to try to keep the. She's the one with the plan. Joe
She's
isn't the
been
one.
running businesses.
She's been running a moving company, and he's working for the moving company. That's what she claims. I don't think Joe even disputed that in the
Okay,
interviews he's done so far.
okay.
So I do believe that it seems she's the one with the plan, and he's the one. I think maybe it's depression. You know, people deal with struggles after they retire. They're not the man anymore. They blew to the money. He doesn't have an idea what to do with his life, and now he's here.
She
She
also
never
blew.
said she wants to leave him. She's saying he will come back. He will turn around. Who knows whether he will turn around? I believe. You know what I believe?
You know what she's saying? Yeah, continue.
You know what I believe?
What?
This is a setup plan to promote that 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 OF in order for them to get out of the hole together. Because the way the video was recorded is a bit suspicious. And I don't have the clip right now.
Well, I'll say this, okay.
Find that suspicious. You don't find that
The way he
suspicious.
was talking to her, it seems like it's the best way to garner. If you have, let's call it this way, if you have a situation where you have to pull yourself out of the hole and you want the maximum amount of views, eyeballs towards that page, no one knows Joe Smith anymore.
That's true.
No one knows her.
That's true.
But what do we know in this day and age? We know that skits can become viral.
What? Skits?
Yes.
I'm serious. I didn't hear what you said.
Skits.
Oh, skits. Okay.
Jesus. We know skits go viral, and one of the most, usually the most um
Viral wordy?
viral clips are the ones which involve some kind of humiliate.
Humiliation. Humiliation.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
Of a man, you mean to say?
Well,
Because you
yeah,
had well,
the
you're
other way
right.
around, it will go viral as well, but you will lose your life or your every
Yeah.
income.
Yeah, well, actually, the story that went viral 2 weeks ago about the cheesecake, the whole cheesecake story
Yeah,
about the
also some kind of
the girl that seems like she frequented the Cheesecake Factory a lot, claiming that she's too good for Cheesecake Factory. But okay, no, but finish your thoughts.
but so I think this is a way for them to get that OF buzzing because let's be honest, RJ, it's almost impossible. I've went to her Instagram. First
Mm-hmm.
of all, this woman has videos of her constantly doing the 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 TikTok stuff, like the lip syncing. You
Okay.
know, people, I don't understand how people even team up with these kind of people. I would think it's very annoying.
What
People
what what is it?
recording
So TikTok
thousands
stuff.
videos of
So
themselves.
trends.
Yeah, basically they record like these overdubs, like
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
voice,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
they
yeah. They mimic it. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah, they mimic it, and she has 1,000 of these videos on her Instagram. So that means that she's attention seeking from the start.
She's been trying to get that viral, let's say the viral traction from the start.
Yeah, and so the way the video was recorded, it seemed to me like it wasn't. It seemed fake, and
Okay.
now she's doing a press run. He's
Yeah.
doing a press run.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you hear that people break up and they're doing press runs?
Well, they're probably being an option is that they're being asked to do so.
Yes, but if this is a private matter, well, it's not a private matter anymore.
Not a private matter anymore. No.
Yeah, but if it's a, let's call it a love matter, and this is really bothering both people, at least I would expect um Joe not to do any appearances, but he's doing appearances talking about his dealings with depression. So
Mhm.
I think this is a love story. Two people that love each other, trying to get out of the bad conditions they are living. Quite trying to get the only thing that could be popping, the OF, and they'll
Well,
get back together.
that's a possibility. I'm not saying that it's not a possibility. What I'm saying as well is this: I'm saying that the fact that I didn't know about the lady working all the jobs. If a woman tells you, if a woman can humiliate you like that and tells you with almost 100% certainty, tell the world with 100% certainty that you're not leaving, what she's actually saying is She's convinced that you can do better than her. That means in her eyes, whether or not she's been running it successfully, and because she might have a business, but we don't know if she's running it successfully. Same goes for her TikTok. But if it is true that she has a business and all those things, and if it were running great, then you wouldn't do this. So this is like the last resort. It means that as a man, you might be, to in her eyes, such a bum that she can humiliate you publicly, knowing that you won't leave.
We've been talking about guys like this for the longest on this channel.
And but not only that, if you're in depression, let's say the guy's really in depression, what does that say? I mean, to me, whether or not, and the same goes, we had a story about Kiki Palmer as well. It's like all those similar stories. If a woman can come up with that idea, that's disrespectful in it, that already shows you that she has no respect for you. But if as a man, if it is true that he did play along, so the husband Joe Smith played along, if as a man you can play along with that, then you don't have any self-respect for yourself,
Or no leverage.
which means no self-respect, no leverage. Listen, you might
Nothing left.
listen, KR. I might have zero leverage. I might be out of my league. I will walk away from the situation. KR, if I get, let's say I go out
You can
and
only
I
walk
sit at a
away
bar.
if you have something to walk away for.
No, I think sometimes you just need to walk away. What the thing is, KR, your negotiation position, as we always say, is only as strong as your ability to walk away from the table.
Yes, I always say that.
Okay. Sometimes it's better just to walk away.
Yeah, I agree with you. But
With
first of
regards to
all,
respect, I'm just saying, with regards to respect, if you have self-respect, that's what I'm saying. If you stay, I know what you're saying. You're saying, like, if he stays, they probably have a car. Yeah, no, they have a car. He has like a bigger bed, bigger house. Maybe they have that or whatever, but at least it's their house. If he goes and tries to get a mortgage, he probably won't get it. I know what you're saying. I'm just saying you need to ask yourself where your self-respect ranks. Because sometimes it should rank higher than what you are quote unquote losing.
yeah, one thing I want to say, and first of all, not all males are men. Let's start with that. So
Mhm.
just because Joe is bald, maybe has alopecia. I had to put that one in. Put that one in. I had to. Joe is bald, is a man, doesn't is a male, doesn't mean he's a man. A man maybe is defeated. One thing for sure. I think Joe is down and out. He blew the money. He has nothing to show for.
Mhm.
And at that point, you might not, it might maybe doesn't have self-respect. Maybe he was onto this from the start.
Mhm.
I believe one thing that back in the days when I started listening, no, not is it from the hip hop? I'm not sure. I remember this saying: "Never stop a home for getting money.
Never stop
A
home.
home
Uh-huh.
without me
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
from getting money.
Okay.
Never stop it." I do believe in that.
Okay.
So if this is how she makes the money, you should accept it. He knew this is her default setting. She used to do this in the past. So when the times get rough, people usually go back to their default setting.
Mhm. Old Faithful. Yeah. Okay.
It depends.
The old.
If so we know of Caesar Pina.
Yeah.
When things get rough, he goes back to
The prison.
prison. Yes, whatever leads him to prison.
Yeah.
We'll do whatever to lead. We'll talk about it on Thursday.
Yeah.
But so it's the same with this, right? So the times are rough. She will default to what she knows will make money. The business model she knows.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. I understand what you're saying. I never heard about that saying. So,
Maybe I'm
but all I'm saying is this. Yes, you are.
confused.
But yes, whatever you're, yeah, maybe you are. Yes, you are. What I'm saying is this. Okay. What I'm saying is when you, I do agree with you in the sense that with her actually, when the sense that she's saying you knew who I was. I mean, you knew who I was when you married me. Kara,
Mhm.
there's nothing you can say to that.
But it's with
There's
everything. Right? When you're
there,
dating someone, you know
except
who they
yeah,
are. You,
yeah,
you accept whatever phase you're in. So I
yeah.
always believe what people tell me they are and what they.
Show you
I'm
there.
really, huh? Show
Yeah,
you what they are. Yes.
you are very I am very I'm an optimist optimist. Yeah, optimist, I guess so.
Yeah,
So I'm like
very optimistic about
I'm
life.
optimistic about life.
About
I
people.
want to see the good in people. I want to give
Mhm.
people second chance. You're just like you show me this is who you are.
This is who you are, and at the end of the day, it's up to me to accept whether, as a man, whether I'm willing to compromise for that or not.
Yeah.
But if I compromise for it, I will accept that I compromised, and then you have to let the people be who they are.
Yeah.
And I think I understand what you're saying, though, the disrespect, but that's from my perspective. Personally, first of all, a long term relationship with someone like that, I don't think that's viable. A lot of times, and I'm talking about in general, like men, there is a kind of a level of ego where you basically attach yourself to whoever you're with.
Hmm.
That person is yours in a sense. You're taking care of that person, so you expect them to attach themselves to you. And then I think that's the problem these days, where people try to attach only one side. It's not double attachment.
Yeah.
Maybe create a disbalance in relationships.
Yeah.
Um, just this is what I think Joe is. I'm talking very abstract right now.
Yeah. A lot. Yeah. Yeah.
Now to realize it mid. I hope everyone who's listening understands what I'm saying. Because sometimes I go back to abstract thinking. But um, so basically, what you get is that I understand what you're saying relating to the respect part. But again, I don't think Joe is maybe down and out, and this is maybe his only hope. And I do understand if you're saying from my perspective, personally, I wouldn't stay personally. But first of all, I wouldn't be even in this position to stop there.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you know how I think usually.
Well, I
So
think I do think that when you're young and now he didn't earn as much money as the people do today. The players do today. Players today earn a bunch of money.
you turned down 80 million, I heard.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that
He chose free agency, turned down 80 million, chose free agency, and after the he signed a 1 year deal, and after the 1 year deal, I think the lockout happened.
he 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 was offered how many?
80 for a long
18
term.
or 80?
80 for what
Wow.
I
And he
understand.
okay, yeah. Well,
And
whatever,
he went
yeah,
back then, right in early
which
2000s,
is a lot of money.
which is a lot of money. He opted for the free agency 1 year deal, and then I think the lockout happened after that year or some around that time. And after
Mm-mm,
the lockout, he never got back into the league.
mm-mm. That's a shame. But
It's
what I'll say is this: he can always, yeah. Some things, KR, it's like your ambition. If you look at certain people like Shannon Sharp, he has ambition. Gilbert Arenas, he's has ambition. Jeff Teague, he has ambition. Like you can always do things if you want to. We talked about I forgot his name, the previous player from the Detroit Pistons, who is like a multi-millionaire.
with Pistons Group.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't remember his name. Let me search real quick.
But So a lot of people who can do a lot of things, and then you can do it big or small. Some people are have personalities and they're on shows, and some people aren't. But
Billy Johnson.
yeah, but what I'll say is this: a lot of what not everyone has the charm, the charismatic character to talk, to engage people, to become a reporter. And if you're in a depression, I will say this: if you're in a depression, it's good to have someone that has your back. I'm not saying that this lady doesn't have
She has
his
his
back.
back.
Well,
She's not leaving. She could have left him.
she could have. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
She's trying to up them both.
So she's
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 holding
hoeing
down.
for them.
I do believe that's why I said it's a
I get your
love
point.
story.
I get you. You
There
think
are,
that?
there are
Yeah,
better ways. So she could have left them and started the OnlyFans on herself and tried to up her own.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you consider that? Well, I don't know. Is
What's
it
the
cheat?
question?
Is it being unfaithful if he did it behind his husband's back?
Untrustworthy, maybe. Unfaithful is when you do stuff that with
Because
someone else. I would
when you
say
go, yeah, because she's soloing.
yes. Yeah, it's a solo OF. Yeah,
But
according to
but
what
that's
I
but let's
haven't
say
done the research, but according to what I've read.
so. You haven't conducted field research.
No feature research. I'm not into anyway.
You're not even paying to get access to the library. Now you need to pay to get access to something for not a topic for one show.
No,
But
the library is already here, so I paid for it.
yeah, but I'll say this: the or I mean, I understand your point. You might have a point there. Yeah, so she's actually saving them both by
Yes.
humiliating him.
Yo, that sounded quite depressing.
No, but that's what you're saying.
Oh man.
So I saw a meme yesterday. Someone said
I can say them both.
I saw a meme. I saw
Oh,
a meme yesterday, and it applies to Joe, but it can also apply to Zion Williamson. Someone says to so a dude says to another person, another guy, don't marry her. She's a hoe. And the guy says, well, hoe plus me equals home. I'm gonna marry her. Yo.
oh man.
But I don't think she can do better either. So
No, it's
there's
like I said, it's a love story. They both are in a hole and they're trying to get up together. When she met him, according to the interviews I saw, is
so
that
you're saying that Joe might as well go all in and start joining the shows.
joining dude, you're both
You're both broke. Yo, hey, don't become more effective in in the transport company.
no. So let's be honest, RJ.
Yeah,
A lot of people don't have a plan. Joe obviously doesn't have a plan.
obviously
Otherwise,
does.
he would have taken the lead.
Yeah,
He left the lead at the lady.
yeah.
So you have to follow who's the leader. If you're
That's
not
true.
the leader, what I've said this in earlier shows. Not everyone is a leader. Not
Not
every
every man
man
is
is
a
a leader.
leader. Yeah. So
If
if
you're
you're not the
leading,
leader of the house, at least your statement is so my statement is if you're not a good leader, become one. And your statement is if you're not a good leader, then damn it, be a good follower.
be a good follower, be a good soldier. And if I mean, not saying that the way they're leading right now, she's leading him into a hole. I'm not saying
Well,
it might not end good for him.
well,
But
it
if
might
you're
be a
a follower,
hole. Well, it might be that she's leading him to a hole he hasn't seen for in a long time.
oh man, maybe he's anyway.
Never mind.
But yeah, so it it's maybe it's also part of my philosophy, right? I said whatever you see, go for the best for it. If you're not a good leader, I always would preach to become a better leader. But in order to become a better leader, you need to learn how to follow first to
Mm,
understand how followers think.
yeah.
I hope the best for Joe. She's been giving interviews. The OF is probably popping, so good luck to her.
Yeah.
They might get some quick cash and
They
get them
might.
out of the hole.
Yeah.
And I hope maybe they will reinvest it into the trucking company or the
Or
moving
anything
company.
else. Or anything else. Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta start somewhere.
That's true. So it's just so I should see this as an investment round.
I'm not investing, but some people are.
All right. I don't know.
Short term investment.
I don't know what.
She used to do this before, right? She used to take pole and balls and being dunked. Basically, she was doing what Joe was doing before. So it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah. She was doing it on her back, but that's something else, I guess. Well, I understand your point. Well, let's see. Good luck to
I
them.
think that's the
But as
right
you said,
thing.
this might be. Yeah, I didn't think of it like that, but it might be that I've been looking at this all wrong. It might be that this is. I still think that it's
Who
this.
knows he's into that stuff?
It's also
Humiliating.
yeah. Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
now we're just to yeah. To me, it's very simple. Okay, to me, it's like you take the lead or you need to learn to how to take the lead. So to me, it's very black and white with that regards. And I think that if you have to let the lady go to that, I mean that far, there are two things: either you're not providing at all, or you're not providing at the lifestyle that she wants. And in which case, if you don't want to, because that's also a possibility, right? Maybe I don't want to provide on that level. For example, I can provide on the 10,000 a month level. I don't want to provide on a 20 a month level. I've been asking you to let's scale down. You don't want to. In that case, you should just leave if you don't want to. You understand what I'm saying? Because that means she wants something that you are not willing to give. Then you should leave.
But she loves you.
Get away from me, man. That's
Hmm.
I think she's staying. I think
Love
she's
story. Oh my god. The more I talk about it, the more it's like a love story. Starting to believe myself.
yeah. let's uh let's move on to the next topic, man. We
Another
get
love story, right?
yeah. Well, we can be relatively short on this one. Of course, Larsa.
Scottie Pippen.
No,
Oh no
Larsa.
no 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 no! It's Larsa Pippen. That's a former
Can you,
love story.
can you imagine? Yeah. So Larsa, can you imagine, KR, your wife?
By the way,
You
she's not Larsa Pippen anymore. Why are we calling her Larsa Pippen?
because she didn't change the last name.
No, she wants a cloud of Pippen.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say, Kara. Can you imagine? You give your wife your last name. Your last name is famous. When she divorces, she keeps your last name and then goes and dates the son of the ops.
The
And
guy
now,
she saw grow up, the guy she saw as a baby in
yeah,
the locker room,
yeah,
is now putting her on her back.
yeah. And
Oh,
now,
oh,
and now the dude went. So the son of Michael Jordan said that he wants Michael Jordan, who publicly has a beef with Scottie Pippen, to be the best man at their wedding. And
come on.
his argument was that, so the son's argument was that he was the best best man at Michael's wedding, so it's only logical that Michael would be his best man.
I think if I know Michael, probably think what kind of ghetto ass stuff is happening in my home.
Dad, do you want to become the my best man?
Yeah, he's not Matumbo though.
Just gonna give him the Matambo.
Come on, man. I don't. This whole thing. She's 49 or something like that. How old is she? Yeah, she's 49. He's 32.
But you know what? I question myself. Like what I question, KR. I question whether or not people in Hollywood, so do they become so Hollywood, so busy with continuously putting on a show, that everything they do is a show, and they don't do anything for themselves. So enter into relationships for the show, say things that are clickbaity for the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, do they do this and then go at home and then they're themselves?
They start living in a make believe world, basically.
Yeah, that's what it seems to
I
me.
think it seems like that. Yeah. I mean, this whole story is crazy, right? If you think about it, she knew the kid. She's 17 years older than him.
Yeah.
Just so she really saw him as a kid, and now he's piping. Yo, I know Scotty must be punching in the air right now. I cannot. Hey, your ops kid is now. And do they have kids together?
No, they don't. Not yet, I think.
No. I'm with Scotty.
Yeah, they have kids.
So your ops' son is now stepdaddy to your kids. Your
Because there was a who's the player? There's a person who his son is her son is playing at the same and on the same team with her boyfriend or
is it
yeah, there was
basketball?
yeah, basketball. Was it that? There's a story. Let me check. Yeah, there's a story.
Oh,
Uh,
you mean the is that the Celtics guy?
no, Larsa Pippen. Yeah. So Larsa Pippen's son is teammates with ex-boyfriend.
Ex-boyfriend?
Yeah.
Who?
Let me see if I can find it.
Future. Is Future basketballing these days? Well, it's all.
Malik Beasley. Malik Beasley. Yeah. So it's her. Yeah.
But she used to date Malik, and last
Beasley.
son
And then
is in the
Lars' son
NBA
is
now.
in the yeah, he was in the playing with the Lakers, I think.
Is there a Pippen in the league right now? I don't know about these guys. I don't know about NBA. So, is there a Pippen in the league right now? I blame this all on Future. This started with Future,
The
basically.
son, the son is the son that's playing is called Scottie Pippen Jr.
Let me look at Scottie Pippen Jr. Does he have the same?
Well, I think, but he's not as great, right? So he's not a. He might be a solid player, but he's not like
Damn,
a
I would never have thought that he's Scottie Pippen's son.
because he's the mother's son. I hope he's Scottie Pippen's son.
So you're saying he adopted the kid?
No, I'm saying that he is the kid.
He's shooting blanks.
No, the kids. The kid is looks more like the mom than him.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
That's what I'm
it's totally towards the mom, but
Yeah.
because he can play basketball.
Exactly. He can suck though, apparently. Playing basketball, I'm saying. Come on.
You gotta watch your mouth these days because Howard, he also sucks. But
Yo. No, but yeah, so this was a wild story. I think
hey,
that
love.
but I know, but I think that this at this point they're just clickbaiting. It's just making
I think will Michael remove Marcus from the inheritance? That's what we have to ask ourselves at this point.
I think he will. Let's see if there will be an inheritance.
Well, there will be.
Because if you have to,
He's not in Joe Smith's corner right now. That's for sure.
well, if you have
He
to
has a
believe the
billion.
news, and you don't have to, of course, but he's not. He's known to lose a lot of money relatively frequently. He has a lot of money, but he loses a lot. He loses a lot of money too.
As long as Jordans are being sold, he will have
That's
money.
true. That's true. And Jordans will continue being sold.
He's making, I think, probably 500 million a year without doing anything.
Yeah, that's very
So
true. Well, the funny thing is that you have, um, well, these aren't Jordans. We're Air Forces. Like people are still wearing Air Forces.
mhm,
They're still wearing Jordans. So it's like, yeah, it's a classic.
it's a classic. There are some bum shoes in there though, but the leading ones are still making money, and they're releasing sneakers by the week,
Yeah,
new
that's true.
Jordans by the week. So they're making money. As long as the brand exists, they will keep selling.
Yeah.
So Marcus, maybe you're the security blankets he's looking for. How old is Scotty, by the way?
Scotty looks beaten up, man.
Not talking about that Scotty. Talking about this Scotty. 22. So the stepdaddy is 32, 10 years older. Jesus.
Can you imagine the locker room, man?
Bruh. Bruh.
How can you play, man? How
Man,
can you?
these players are lucky. I'm not an 8 feet dude that can play basketball, because then I would have been in the NBA and clowning dude while I'm playing against him.
How can you play? Can you imagine
Oh,
Malik Beasley telling him, "Who's your daddy?" Like it's. I used to.
who's your daddy, Nick?
You will dunk on Malik and say, "Oh, I got," and so and you're
Call
like,
me
"Yeah,
daddy tonight, boy.
it was a cool dunk, but I still hit it."
Oh man, this is crazy. But hey, love, love, love will surpass anything.
Yeah,
And with
but
love, the next topic is also
yeah,
love.
yeah, because you know what surpasses everything? What surpasses love?
Money. But okay.
Love for money.
Hey
Love for
man,
money. What's the
hey,
story, man?
the story. It seems to. I haven't thought about this, but this story is also about love. A woman in North Dakota is being accused of fatally poisoning her boyfriend with antifreeze after learning he was set to inherit 30 million.
Wow.
Here's the catch.
Didn't she? Okay, what's the catch?
So let me tell the story from the start.
Okay. Yeah.
The boyfriend received an email saying a lawyer wants to meet him at the airport because a distant family, passed away and left him some land and money.
Hmm.
So he probably told his girlfriend about this.
Girlfriend or wife? I think it has to be wife in order for her to get it.
It's a wife, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a wife. It's a wife. It's a wife. Because she claims to be a common law wife, but they don't have that in North Dakota. But let's continue. So the guy basically tries to tell. He's probably telling friends, family that I'm that dude. And what also was going around that he was going to leave the wife, broke,
Mhm.
busted, and disgusted. So there have been posts in the past that where she was being critical towards him. I'm not gonna use the same words because I mean we are a kid-friendly show, but it weren't nice words about him. So I guess misery loves company, right?
But you're saying posts, so social media posts.
Social media, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Redes sociales, as they say in Spanish.
Hmm.
But so she started putting something in his allegedly. That's what the case is saying. They're saying here in the case. He went to the airport to put his signature to receive the funds because the lawyer flew in. So the lawyer never showed up.
The lawyer didn't show up.
He was already poisoned by then. The lawyer was probably, oh, not gonna say that. We know there is a country named scam. It's the country's flag is green, white, green scam. Do I need to say the name?
No, no, it's okay. I wish
Google
I wish I hadn't given the flag colors.
Google the flag colors. You'll know which country it is. No, but at the end of the day, it seems to be a scam. So he was telling all this stuff. She poisoned him to get the money. The guy passed away without inheritance, and now she's about to get locked up. Can you
but
imagine that?
but let me get this straight. There's something that's not clear to me. The lady was poisoning him.
Yes.
He had an appointment at the airport with a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you said the lawyer never showed up, or you
Mm-hmm.
mean he didn't show up to the airport? How
The
would he
lawyer
know?
never, because he was there.
So he reached the airport.
Yes, he went to the airport. He was still able to when he reached the airport. The lawyer wasn't there. Came back, and then he became even more ill.
Okay,
So
on
he
the same
went
day.
there on the
I
same
get
day.
it.
Yes.
And
So
what does you say the scam? You mean to say that the phone call was a fake?
the email and the whatever
No, are
the
you
interaction
serious?
was fake. So there was a scam. They say
He
it's a
fell.
scam.
He fell for one of like the
Or
scams.
maybe someone was playing a game. I have no idea. It doesn't seem
Wow.
to be said here, but he was poisoned by ethylene glycol, which can be found in antifreeze. So the wife
Wow.
tried to take him out right after he signed. So that's quite of a
Good
interesting timing right there.
timing. Yeah,
Sign
because
it. He cannot leave you. You're gonna get the inheritance because she was planning. He was planning
yeah,
to share it with his kids.
because he probably wow. So she went searched up probably different substance she can use for that end to that end. Looked at the time that it would
Probably.
take effect, gave him, estimating that he would reach the airport, sign, and pass away shortly after, thereby leaving her with the inheritance because probably he doesn't have a will. So she, as the wife, wow,
It's quite
and
quite crazy.
and the mail received was a scam. So apparently, so there was never any money for him to get in the first place.
No, stuff, man, stuff. He was planning to give it a part of the land to the kids, and he was mainly going to start his own auto shop, car shop. So that's what the kids were telling. I assume the kids that they interviewed are not kids from from the wife. So I would guess he had kids before that. And yeah, sad way to go out, man. I guess you were right. What's stronger than love? The love for money. Love for money will make you do weird things.
And what's stronger than love for money, KR? Prison bars. Oh man.
Oh man, yeah. So what it's a there is a whole back and forth with where the police went to the home. She said he went to the clinic, to a walk-in clinic. When they went to the clinic, he wasn't there. There's a lot of stuff going on. I think it seems like the way this article is written. I've read two, three articles about this story. Seems like it's pointing towards her. Let's call it that way. Talking about maybe his one of the theories they said is that maybe his cigarette fell into the antifreeze. Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, there are a lot of stuff that point towards her at this moment.
His
But I
cigarette,
guess
his cigarette fell into the antifreeze.
Mhm.
Is she saying, just to be clear, is she saying that the antifreeze was at the tip of the cigarette as he was smoking it and he didn't realize, or is he saying that the antifreeze went through the cigarette and he was smoking it like crack? What what is she saying? K?
Like I said, the whole theory is.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
mean, inconsistencies in stories are oftentimes uh, serious indications of wrongdoings and who the responsible person is as well. So, yeah, it seems as though she might be innocent. Like, of course, it's innocent until proven guilty. Whoops, guilty until proven innocent, but
what?
uh, innocent until proven guilty is what I said.
Okay. I thought you were going a different route.
No, innocent until proven guilty. So there is that. However, I think it's just a matter of time before, because that this is something that I've learned from being a lawyer for all these years.
That
All suspects are innocent, but 98% of innocent suspects get locked up. So, so
uh,
the system is rigged.
rigged towards the suspects.
Yeah.
Hey man, love can do a lot of things, and I guess love for money can do even more. So we've talked about a lot of love today, man. Talk a lot about love today. Should we close it down, or do we want to talk about another, maybe another topic?
What topic did you have in mind? We have like a couple of minutes. What a
Self
topic do you have?
defense. Self
Yeah,
defense in Brooklyn.
yeah.
It's not related to love. That's totally that's not love at all. Self defense in Brooklyn. Also a topic where we woke up and I was like, I saw a lot of questions. Do you think this is self defense? Do you think this is self on Twitter, by the way, or X?
X, yeah.
Sounds like anyway. I'm not gonna say it. X on X.
But what's the story in short?
So the story in short is there was this neighbor that in an apartment building in Brooklyn. There was this neighbor that was had problems with the noises upstairs. He went to the home, kicked the door, and wanted. It happened a couple of quite frequent. So they have had run-ins in the past as well.
Yeah.
But this time the guy went up and he went packing, kicked the door. The father of the family walked out, started talking to him. It seems like he realized he doesn't have a shirt on, so he went back in.
So the man who lives downstairs went upstairs
Because
because there was like noise to complain about the noise.
they were probably doing tribal dances. Oh,
Oh, so so you so you went
so bad.
Yeah. So
So
you
bad.
went so you went you went upstairs. He knocked on the door, but there were already
Kicked
problems
the
between
door.
the
Yeah, he didn't knock on the door. He kicked the door. Instead of knocking, he kicked the boom, boom, boom kind of thing. Kind
but
of aggressive as
but
well.
he didn't kick it down.
No, he didn't kick it down. He just kicked it like instead of knocking, where you knock like
Yeah.
you go like
Or like not kicking, but not with with the foot.
he went the foot. He kicked instead of like knocking.
Oh, he kicked it like three times. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, something like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Okay. But is the and the families that are those like African
Haitians.
families?
Haitians. I think the wife is a Haitian, and not
So
sure if the man
uh,
who got deleted and the son are
okay. So okay. So so those are the tribal dances you're saying. So he opened the door, and then the father of the family opened.
The
Who
father of
was
the family opened.
who
Yes,
was shirtless?
the father was shirtless.
Okay. Okay.
Went
Continue.
to talk to the guy, but then it seemed like he realized that he didn't have anything in his hand, and he didn't have a shirt on. So he went back in to put a shirt on, and he came back. While he went back in, the wife walked out and started talking to the dude. Well, you never hear what it was said because it's only video. It's probably said some foul stuff. The guy comes out, so the father comes out. No, while the mom went out, also the son, the 27-year-old son, walked
Mm.
out with the mom, standing basically behind the mom. The father comes out with a knife, not a knife, a scissor, in a sense, like one of these.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's not a small size; it's a bit the bigger
yeah,
size.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Walks up to the man.
But did the man had the blicky innocent?
No, 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 no. He had it in his. It
So you
seems like he
it
wanted
was
to pull it a
concealed.
couple of times. There were like three times he wanted to pull it early, but
Okay.
he he gripped, but he didn't grip out. The guy comes up all the way close with the scissor, talking in his face, like this, with the scissor next to the guy's
Neck.
neck. And then I don't know what the wife said. The father turns his back and kind of pushes her back. And then the dude, it seems like the distance that was
So the
created.
wife said something to
I have
the
no idea to who it said, but it seems like the dad turns around and talks back to the wife, tried to push her away. So maybe she was.
maybe she say maybe he's telling her go inside.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yes, as well. Go inside. Stop putting fire. Stop putting fuel to the fire. Well, the fire was ignited. As soon as there was a bit more distance, the guys walk, takes two step back, then he pulls out, starts waving it. The wife runs towards the door. Oh,
So inside
walks back inside. The son walks towards
the
so
shooter.
the shooter.
So outside.
It's like a U, right? It's like a U in the. That's why I don't live in apartment buildings. But okay, that's another thought. We can discuss that as well. That's why I'm in my mama's basement. The guy walks through. So the son walks towards the shooter. The dad starts walking towards the door. The mom was in front of the dad. So they both walk towards the door of their house to go back in.
And the sun as the sun was coming out.
No, the son was. So the son
So
was
there were
behind
he
the
was
mom.
already he was
He was already
okay.
out.
Okay.
They were next to let's say, if I would say 3-4 meters from the home, from
So
the home.
everyone was outside. So the
Yes.
family was outside. And then who what's the sequence of them going back?
So he pulls out,
Yeah.
starts waving,
Hmm.
shoots the dad in the back while he was walking towards the house door. The mom was already walking, so they were going that way.
Hmm.
The son walked the opposite way towards the shooter.
Hmm.
The shooter was at the stairwell. He shoots the. Should I said the word? Well, I
Yeah,
said it
yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Pops the dad in the back. The dad starts scrambling. The son walks towards the shooter. So I think the guy thought he was trying to attack him. He put three in him. Dude,
Mm.
he really offed him. Like the guy fell down. He put another one in the dude, making sure he cannot move. Here's what I think is the most despicable thing. While the dad was running back, the mom got in the house first. You know what happened next? The door closed. The dad couldn't go anywhere while he was trying to
So the
crawl.
dad was still in the hall
Yeah, the dad was still in the hall.
with the
After
shooter.
after after he popped the son, he
Yeah.
walked towards the dad. The dad was already a couple. He got probably two shots in the back, so he couldn't move that much. Guy goes off the dad as well.
Extra bullets.
Extra bullets. You make sure, so
And the
he
question is whether it's self-defense. What type of who's writing these articles?
well, it's Twitter, right? It's
First
Twitter.
of
A
all,
lot of nonsensical people on Twitter.
you go upstairs. So you decided to escalate the situation. You went upstairs with a weapon, with a firearm, which means you knew or you had the intention of either you had the intention of using it,
Or protect
or
yourself.
no, you either had the intention of using it, or you had or you knew that you were entering into a possible dangerous situation, and you brought it with you. In other words, you knew that there was a chance that you might need to use it, right? If you didn't go to do it, you at least knew that there was a chance that you might need to use it, or else you wouldn't have gotten your firearms to go to talk to the neighbors upstairs.
Yep.
So that's the second thing. The third thing is you hit the door, you don't knock on the door, you kick the door. So that's already showing, that's already coming in aggressive already. So the shooter escalated everything. Now, could it have been handled differently? Probably. You probably shouldn't in things, in situations like that. Usually it's good to tone things down. It's just to, you need to de-escalate things. So talk, calm, try to bring the person down by so emotionally. If you go and take your knife to
After that,
the dad, yes. So as a dad, if you're reacting, so I'm talking about the reaction right now. If as a reaction you take your scissors and put it on someone's neck, that's threatening someone,
and
right?
he's bigger than the guy, right? So
So the
the
father,
the
the
father is
Asian
bigger,
father, the victim that the passed away is bigger than the, okay,
much bigger than the
okay, whatever
in
the case is.
size, not
Yeah,
in bulk,
but
right?
okay, so that because that's what they're saying. This might be self defense because
Yeah, of course, yeah.
he put a scissor
Or
on his neck.
yeah,
However, again, he knew who the neighbor was, which is probably, he knew he was bigger, which is probably why he
he had the toolie with
had a
him.
blicky with him. So he knew what he was doing, and the escalation, even if the father did escalate the matter, as I understand from you, at some point, at a particular point in time, he turned away and pushed the mom away. So he had his back towards.
Seemed like that, yeah. He had his back. It's
Well,
when he turned
yeah,
around. That's when the
okay,
guy pulled
okay.
the
With
trigger.
self-defense, with if you want to successfully claim self-defense, then
You cannot claim anything else right now, brother.
it really needs to be the last option, unless you're living in a, I mean, in states where you can, you come on my property and I can take you down, which is also defending my property. But in this case, we're talking about an apartment building and you were in front of their door, so it's not
Mhm.
your property that you were protecting.
And New York.
And New York, so you're probably tired of the parade of 2 weeks ago. But the thing is, when you do all those things and the person steps away, so when the person has a knife, you're allowed to retaliate, but retaliation needs to happen as well in a proportionate way, depending on the state, of course. In certain states, you can just go all overboard, do whatever you want. But in certain states, you have to. So there needs to be like a level of proportionality. So if the person had a knife and then he took the knife away and turned around, he had his back towards you. Once you shoot someone in his back, it's not self-defense. It's not self-defense because the threat that was
Makes
there
no sense.
was not there anymore. Furthermore, he was in the staircase, in the stairwell,
No.
so he could leave. They couldn't leave because they were trapped. Their reaction is normal because you invade my privacy physically. Of course, he's saying, "Yeah, you're invading my you're invading my I can't enjoy my home because you're in you're making too much noise or whatever."
Yeah.
But he invaded their privacy, so and they had nowhere to run in an apartment in New York, probably paying a lot of money for something very basic. So it's like, I am already living in this, and New York has rats, so I'm living in this rat hole, and you come and invade my privacy. So of course the reaction is like,
The whole thing is a quagmire, RJ. The whole
so
thing is a
the
quagmire.
person so he's gonna face if it's not.
Like I said, he cannot face anything. He cannot face anything.
No, What
They
happened?
they
You didn't
found
finish
him.
this.
Well, I never
Yeah.
finished. Until the first part. That's
Okay. There's a second
the,
part. Okay.
the second part. Well, they couldn't find him for 3 days.
Hmm.
Then they found a car. He was in the car with a knife. They tried to talk him out of dropping the knife. He probably knew it was the end. So then he charged the cops with a knife. He crashed out. Totally crashed out.
Asked by police.
Mhm. He totally crashed out. So maybe this was all a plan. We'll never know. We'll never know.
Self
Maybe
deletion
the
by
guy, the
police.
guy, the guy. Probably this happened. I mean, maybe he was threatened before by this family because, from what I understand, he has made a lot of reports about this already, where they are the noise they produce. Probably he went upstairs already, then and then they ran him out of the block, as they say, and he thought he to take matters in own hands. Maybe it was a bad day for him. Who knows, right? There's all of these things. We'll never know now. Now he's in the bosom of Abraham.
Or
Everyone
Lucifer.
is, huh?
Or Lucifer.
Or Lucifer. Who knows, right? Who knows where he is? But
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
short way out, total crash out.
And this brings another topic, and this can be, let's say, my from my end, the last thing. This brings another topic to the, let's say, to be discussed. The law. People need to feel protected by the law.
Yeah,
When people don't feel protected, they tend to take matters in their own hands. So if the system isn't effective, and it seems to me like this is such a case, because if there have been a lot of reports, and the nothing has changed, which is often the case in small things like this, small matters like this. Because let's be honest, the police is more are more or these officers are more busy with catching big criminals, not complaints like this.
let's hope
And
we're trying to.
was just trying to, yeah. So it's the guy probably thought, I've done everything I could the legal way. Now I need to ante up. And with this is the consequence. This is what you don't want, but it's inevitable in a legal system, because the system isn't perfect. Because it's inevitable to solve all crimes, or at least not all crimes, all issues.
Issues. Yeah.
And when you try to take matters into your own hand, these can be the consequences. So it's unfortunate that the family passed away, or at least the father and the son.
Mm.
The mother, I don't know if she's gonna feel guilty leaving
God
everyone out
knows
there.
what was out, what really was said, right?
Yeah, yeah. Whatever the case is, the mom needs to live with it as well, because in an instance, in like a couple of minutes, fractions of a second, she lost a husband and a son. And that's not those are not easy losses, especially when you were there witnessing everything. So in a situation like that, you're probably thinking, maybe I shouldn't have said that, maybe I shouldn't have, yelled like that.
Double thinking and think everything, replaying the whole situation, what happened.
Yeah, yeah,
It is crazy. And at the end of the day, oh, you know, in mama's basement sometimes is the safest in the suburbs. Sometimes it's the safest. But you're living with people that are all cramped up in a box, frustrated at work, you might get this escalation, which no one wants. But at the end, there are a lot of crazy people in this world. I
yeah.
think we can close this show. RJ, you have the floor.
Yes. Thank you, KR. Guys, we hope you enjoyed today's show. Remember to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Don't forget to share the video with your friends, family, and your enemies. And most importantly, Remember to share your thoughts and opinions with us as well. Let us know what we missed, whether we have everything, um, and whether we need to cover other topics. There are other topics that you want us to discuss. If there are things that you would like to see us do, maybe different formats, different. Um, if you want us to start inviting guests over, let us know as well, so we can make, or at least consider, the the adaptations. In any case, we're very grateful for your support. It's been a pleasure to serve you once more, and we'll see each other in the next one. Until next time, peace.
Let's try to get Caesar on the show.